Welcome to the Punch Holiday Special. This is our third one. We have so much in store for you today. In addition to some awesome tips on decorating, we also have some crafts. Craig's gonna mix up a drink for us. And we got some pretty entertaining little cartoons and things to show off. So without further ado, here we go with our craft challenge. It's craft time on Punch TV. Yes, everybody knows. I'm a super crafter. I love crafts. We always like to incorporate some kind of homemade, Christmassy kind of item on the show. I am using my molds for a different purpose. I love molds. We've made, don't laugh. It's not mold like the stuff you find in your walls that kills you. It's like molds.
I find it on my bread.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Molds. The other spelling, it's a homonym. So
Would you eat moldy bread, you guys? Would you, if there was moldy bread, would you eat it?
There has been a time when we did not have enough money for groceries, like back in the day in the apartment and everything. There was just a little mold. I'm like, you could pick it off.
I have cut it off. Yeah. Especially if it's on cheese. That is not getting wasted. That's gold in my house. Cheese is a beautiful thing.
I think whoever was on this camera has passed out now. It wasn't that gross. Come back to us. It was just you pick it off. You're not eating it.
Sorry, I didn't mean there was a little aside.
Okay,
I won't do it again. Sorry.
Back on track. Okay,
Molds.
so molds. So we've made chocolates on the show with these before, but now I'm going to show you how you can use plaster and make like ornaments and other things.
I thought these were cookies. Are you serious?
This is not edible.
I thought these were chocolates.
No.
Yes.
So I didn't bring the plaster of Paris with me because I'm wearing a pretty dress. I didn't want to get dirty. But plaster you can get at like any hardware store. It's easy. It's like $5 a kilo. It's a powder. And you mix 2 parts of the powder to 1 part of water. Mix it up and then pour it into your mold. And then you let it set and then you pop it out. But first, you do want to lubricate your mold with like some petroleum jelly. Yes. This is a good thing because otherwise it's harder to get it out and it's better for your molds. You just like put a little bit of lubricant in there and then pour your goo in there. Let it set. Stick one of these in like for hanging up your ornaments in it while it's like setting, and then you can move it, position it however you want it to hang it. Or you can not put any kind of thing on it and do like I did here. I just got some like epoxy and I just glued them onto a mirror. You know, you can glue them onto anything. You can make a paperweight, whatever. Super, super easy. So, and then you just have to paint them up. It's a fun little easy, cheap craft thing that you can do with kids. I would maybe mix up the plaster yourself. Don't let the kids do that.
I was going to say that would be a great idea. The kids do that. Grandma and Grandpa have a present now.
It's kind of a neat, sciencey thing you can do with them too. But you want to clean up right away because this stuff sets like nobody's business. And then, your spoons and stuff are wrecked. So use disposable things or clean up right away. Anyway, okay, so today we are going to have you guys choose one of the molds that I've made, and then you're going to paint them. We'll have a competition. The winner will win this fabulous trophy.
I have a feeling that I could outpaint you without even using my hands, using my mouth. No, I can't do that. That's all right. But I'll go blindfolded so you're not blindfolded, and we'll see who wins.
Oh, that is some kind of knockdown challenge. I'm going to hold you to that.
All right.
Okay.
So I go blindfolded. Now, what are the rules? We can just paint.
Okay, so you choose your item,
Yep.
and then use the brushes and paints to paint it as spectacularly as you can.
Okay.
And then I will judge the winner.
So Jody's going to judge.
I will judge which one we think is the best, and then we're going to hang them both on the punch tree.
And
Blindfolded, huh?
Okay,
All
there's
right.
no separate colors we have to use. It's just
No, you can
paint
use
them
whatever
any way
you feel
want.
you want. It just, follow
Deal.
your heart.
Deal. Okay.
Does that sound
Follow
decent?
your heart, Tony.
Oh, my heart.
Do,
my painting heart.
Yes.
I went to art school, so I'm pretty awesome at art. Just so everybody knows.
Have you ever made an ornament before?
I've made ornaments when I was a kid, and they were the best ever. We definitely made the macaroni. My mom would take pictures of us, develop them. We'd cut out the pictures, and we'd put macaroni around it, and those were my favorite. And we'd color, each macaroni would be colored. Couldn't really afford a lot of paints, so they were mostly just done with black Jiffy marker.
Oh, nice.
But
Classic.
So classic. Yeah.
Have you ever made one?
On the tree, I still have. I don't know what it was made out of, but it looks like a cookie that was like a tree, like a cookie cutter, bam, that somehow got some glaze on it, and it was kind of painted, and it used to have a thing to hang it, but you can't anymore, so I have to position it in the tree. It's the most beautiful little tree ornament you've ever seen.
You still have this?
Oh, yeah.
Do your parents have it, or do you have it?
No, I've got it. I was like, oh no, that's mine. And then I've got the one that my grade 6 teacher made for me to give to my mom because I couldn't figure out how to make the ornament in class, so she just did it for me. So thanks for that.
Enablers.
Yeah.
They're great for
It's pretty good.
Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, we're going to take a little break, go to
Okay.
the Paper Bag Theater, get entertained a little bit while we set up, and then we'll be back, and you guys are going to
Oh, I'm going to win this trophy.
Pete. Oh, yeah. So we got a few things ahead of
deal.
time so you can get your psyched up and get
So
your
ready.
strategy right. We will be back right after this.
Cowbells ring. Are you listening? In my butt, gold watch is glistening. A slippery slope. 5 years with no hope. Walking in a walking wonderland. Fat boy Slim is my songbird. Didi Mao is the new word. Play Russian roulette with deer hunting vets. Walking in a walking wonderland. In the dead zone, we'll remove a mitten, solve another crime in a small town. Have a premonition of eyes breaking, witness other kitties start to drown. Later on, we'll conspire like Max Zorin by the fire. We won't get a chill with our view to a kill. Walking in a walking wonderland. Walking in a walking wonderland. You know, we're walking in a walking wonderland. Wow!
Punch TV is brought to you in part by Amazing Stories, providing Saskatoon with comics, games, toys, graphic novels, t-shirts, and more for over 22 years. Online at AmazingStoriesComics.com. In person on 8th Street in Saskatoon.
The Adventures of Aurora Man.
This is going to be such a great movie.
Eat your heart out, Mr. Plow. Looks like I got that cased just in time for showtime.
Hello, lovely ladies and or dudes. My name is Hank. This is Tony. And today on Tweet Beat, we're going to be talking about a few things. It's our holiday episode.
Woo.
So in my family, one of the things that we used to do for more of a tradition on Christmas Eve was to go to a movie. It's one of the only times that my mom would actually come to a movie with us. We made a big deal about
Family
it.
events. Family
So
events.
now this year, Tony, what do you think would be the best movie to take your family to?
Probably I would go to Star Wars. It is now episode 8 of the 30 Star Wars movies that they've announced. Jar Jar's getting one in the year 2029. Like, how many Star Wars movies do we need? Is it going to get to a point where we're going to be tired of Star Wars? Anyway, yeah.
I don't know.
You think?
I don't think you could ever get tired of Star
I don't
Wars.
know. I might get tired of Star Wars.
If people got tired of Star Wars,
Yeah.
would that increase the value of your Star Wars collection? Because now they wouldn't be making any more, people would can, and all of a sudden
Or the other
or
way.
now
No.
it's just worthless.
Yeah, people would be like, we don't care about Star
You have all
Wars.
these storage bins of worthless stuff.
Just like I do now, yes.
Oh my
Storage
God.
bins of worthless stuff.
Worthless junk.
You make me sad.
Oh.
You make me
You know what?
sad.
I'm with Tony. Go see Star Wars for
Yeah.
your Christmas Eve
Woo,
movie.
Star Wars.
Jumanji's also coming out. You got
Yeah.
the Justice League.
Yep.
But is anything going to top Star Wars? No.
No, I think that'll be the one to see. As long as you can get tickets.
On
then
Christmas
tickets.
Eve, it'll probably be your 18th time seeing it.
I'm actually,
Right?
it won't be the 18th. I'm thinking more like 7th.
Yeah. Well, the
By
seventh
that
time.
at least.
So at Hank and Kelso, I tossed it out on the old internets to get people to submit some video questions for us about what our favorite things are and stuff like that. So here is the first question.
Wait, hold on. People actually responded to that? That surprised me just in itself. But
What? You don't think that people want to talk to us?
I don't know. Do they?
Well, I don't know. Most of it,
I guess-
told
I
you
guess
before,
two- I
most
guess
of it
two
was
people do.
inappropriate, so it was kind of
Oh,
weird.
okay.
So there was a
Yeah,
couple that were okay.
Well,
So
two
here
people, okay.
is the first question.
Okay, go.
Hey Tony, so you're super old like my dad. Do you have any advice on what to get him for Christmas?
So that is a very good question. Tony is old, and I'm guessing probably as old as your dad is. So what do you think that you would like for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas?
Well, because people are asking,
Dad's?
like, she wants to know, what should she get her dad? Tell her. What should she get her dad?
What should she get her dad?
Like, what are you into? Let's
what
talk
do I
about it.
into? I brought some of my favorite video games.
You should buy your dad some video games.
I think
like
that
these.
if you go back and if you want to go to one of those used video game stores, you
Nice.
can buy some stuff. And I'm really into the karaoke. I brought some stuff to show you.
Sing the star.
Me and my friends get together on Christmas Eve and we do karaoke. And usually
I've
it's
never been invited for karaoke.
it's me and my friends get together on karaoke. And I'm going to choose my favorites. And I'll tell you why. These are some of my favorites. This one's got Radiohead No Surprises. I don't even know that song other than me singing it on a karaoke machine.
Really? That's,
I've never heard any other
Could you
place.
sing a line or two for us?
Sure, no problem. No surprises, there's no surprises from Radiohead, because all the songs sound the same. It's no surprise.
Buy your dad, forget the video games, the Radiohead version of that song that we
There
just
you
heard
go.
from Tony.
There we
It was
go.
Very good.
And then we got these, and this is my favorite right here. And I grabbed this one, and it's got some Taylor Swift. I'm only me
The T-Swizzle
when I'm
that
with
they said
you.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
That sounds romantic.
There you go. It is really good. I like the Swift. A band called Coldplay, which I've never heard
never
of
heard of
before.
it.
Yeah.
I
Don't know who they are. So yeah. There you go. That's what
there
I would
you
get
go.
your dad.
Just some premium video games.
Old karaoke from the used karaoke store.
Classic.
And
And
yeah,
then we'll bring the family
for your
together.
PS3.
Gifts that keeps on giving. Next question.
My favorite holiday movie is the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm curious, who do you guys think would win in a fight between the Grinch and Santa Claus?
You know what? I was just thinking about the other day. Who would win in a fight between the Grinch and Santa Claus? And we're not talking Jim Carrey Grinch. We're talking like old school Grinch.
Why would they fight? Hank, why would they fight?
Don't ask. I don't know.
This is a question. Somebody actually
Yes.
wants to know what
The world
I
needs to
think.
know.
What I think about this
Yes.
question. Well, viewer at home, I'd have to say that probably Santa would win because Santa has the power of Christmas on his side, and the Grinch, he's kind of a jerk.
So
And
you're
even-
wrong because Santa really is the Grinch.
Oh, okay.
Santa
go.
got ticked that nobody was believing him anymore. Then commercialism was like, "Brah," and he's all like, I wanted to make wooden toys, and now you want the PS3 games. And so he left. And then he was so grumpy that over the years he turned into the Grinch. And it took going down to hang out with the Who's that he started to remember what it was like. And by the end of the movie, he's back.
No, that's eye bleeding. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Just
in
say,
my whole
watch
life.
the movie again. You watched the
which movie?
How
The
the Grinch
Grinch?
Stole Christmas.
Okay, I will, but I will remember the Grinch being evil, and then I just stop the movie when he goes and steals all the presents, and I'm like, yeah.
Speaking of stopping the
Yeah.
movie, last question.
Hey guys, have you thought about asking Santa for your hair back this Christmas?
You know, I don't know if that was more of a question or kind of more of a statement. And you know what? That's all the time we have today on the Tweet Beat.
That's it. You're gonna end it like that.
For everything
What?
that you should be watching,
What?
that you should be reading, listening to, playing. Okay, follow at Hank and Kelso and at Shaw Punch TV. My name is Hank. That's Tony.
Woo! Not Kelso.
Not
I am
Kelso.
not Kelso.
See you next time on
Tweet Beat.
the Tweet Beat.
All right, the challenge is about to begin. This is the trophy that is up for grabs. Tony, you said you were going to do this blindfolded.
I am. Hold
so,
on.
do you
Taking
feel
a-
comfortable where everything is positioned?
I'm
Let's
gonna
get rid
take
of
a
that.
mental picture. Click. Yep, we're good.
Okay, now do you want to select which ornament you're going to paint today?
I know.
I'm gonna do that blindfolded.
Okay, good luck. All right, gentlemen, the
I
clock
can't
is
see
ticking.
anything.
And on your marks, get set, paint. Ooh.
Oh, this was a bad idea.
Oh, you're going for like a number
Really?
one brush there.
Yeah.
Hank is, making his
There
selection.
was a couple zero brushes here. This is too fun.
This is a really bad idea. This is a really bad idea.
That one feels good. They're all about the same. I mean,
Oh, I need the big one. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, wait.
I couldn't imagine doing this one blind.
I guess this is the dumbest idea ever.
hey, you're married to it now.
Yeah.
You're
Actually-
committed, buddy.
Okay, I'm
You're all in.
I thought I would just like see it in my head.
Yeah. Let's see those art school dollars that work.
Oh yeah, Mr. Art School. Yeah, let's see that.
This is like,
Look what you spent your money on, Mr. and Mrs. Antonuck.
yeah, well, they gave
Oh,
me nothing.
that's how you say Tony's last name.
This was all student loans, money for nothing, chicks for free.
Nice.
Student loans.
I have an ornament that is beloved on my tree from my childhood. It was kindergarten, I think, and it was a styrofoam ball rolled in blue glitter and then toothpicks, like from all sides. So like it's like a starburst sun thing, but a lot of the toothpicks have broken off. So it's very sad. But it is better than Dave's childhood one, which is a hunk of pink Play-Doh that has a fuzzy pipe cleaner sticking out and one piece of macaroni just jammed in there.
Classy.
Yeah, it's very postmodern. Very much like these little hooks that we use to make the ornaments. You buy them this way, and then they're just like coat hangers. They just breed together, stick together. It's lovely. All right. Ooh, we're getting some different colors. Nice. Well done. I'm pretty impressed, Tony. Actually,
I can't actually see it, so I have no idea.
that's the point, right?
This is like so.
Pretty awesome. That's fine. Oh, nice.
Do a
really-
little blending here.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing. A little-
that's good. Is this a particular genre of Spider-Man? Have you got like a
This
pantheon
is
you're going to here? Or?
this is the mental picture that I have of Spider-Man. This is what it's going to look like.
Okay.
So for everybody out there that's a big fan, I know it's not the same. Okay, I'm sorry.
No. You gotta do things
Yeah.
the Hank way.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I didn't go to art school, but I'm trying to be a little artistic here.
So maybe don't touch anything after you complete your masterpiece here, because your hands are pretty gooey.
Are they gooey?
You've got paint on them, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Just FYI. I'm impressed with the coverage you're getting, actually.
Okay.
This is much better than I could do blindfolded.
Is it all one color? Because I was trying to do all black. There's different colors on here?
Yes.
I can't really see. So
It's
I'm
fantastic. I think you're going to be pleased with the results.
I'm assuming that.
Keep working it.
I'm trying to get all the nicks and crannies here.
We're going for a much more specific, precise look
Okay.
over here. But this is an easy craft that you can do, and you don't have to have fancy molds either. Like if you have any, molds at home, even just like the bottom of a coffee, like a paper coffee cup, just, put some lubricant around, oil if you don't have petroleum jelly, and just pour a little bit in there and you'll just get a disc, and then you can paint whatever you want on there.
If you don't have petroleum, who
Okay,
doesn't?
gentlemen, the time is up.
What?
Yeah, time's
Are you
up.
kidding me?
Yeah, put your
Where was the warning?
brushes down. No warning. Oh, wow, you're starting a second one. Okay.
I thought we were doing all
Okay.
five. We're not doing all
Just
five?
one. Just one. Okay.
Okay.
Masterpiece.
Here,
right here.
unblindfold yourself.
Oh my goodness, this is awesome.
Okay. That is really good. That is awesome. Okay.
I don't know about everybody
This
out there,
is-
but this kind of looks like I did it blindfolded too. So I think you should judge these evenly.
This is going on my tree. For sure
It totally is.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
I am
it's
going to give the
awesome.
trophy to Tony because
Honestly, that was a good effort.
I switched out your colors when you didn't know, and it still looks spectacular.
Very
All
nice.
right, well done. Okay,
Well
well,
deserved.
we hope you learned a little something that you can do with your families over the holidays, and yeah, these are definitely going on the tree.
So proud of myself. This is better than when I was a kid even. This is awesome.
Good job, guys. Okay, we have a special little animation for you coming up next.
Got room for one more?
Here's the story of a lovely Daisy who was bounty for a hangman named John Ruth. They traveled with O.B., Warren, and Mannix, and they
It's a story of General Smithers, who survived a death devised by Daisy's kin. They were 5 men scheming all together, and they were mean as sin.
Millie's haberdashery turned to a bloodbath, but they knew that it was money more than hate. And now they're bound in eternity forever. That's the way they all became the Grateful Eight. The Grateful Eight. The Grateful Eight. That's the way they became the Grateful Eight.
Punch TV is brought to you in part by Amazing Stories, providing Saskatoon with comics, games, toys, graphic novels, t-shirts, and more for over 22 years. Online at AmazingStoriesComics.com. In person on 8th Street in Saskatoon.
Welcome back. You are joining us just in time for Craig the Movie Geek's awesome bah humbug, grinchy, bad Christmas movie trivia.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, I got to be in the Christmas spirit.
Sure.
Complaining is my Christmas spirit. So what we're gonna do is I've got some questions. I got 5 questions about bad Christmas movies. Some of them are so bad they're good. Some of them are bad. And we've got Hank and Jody competing here. The rules of it are: I'm gonna ask a question. Somebody buzzes in. Whoever buzzes in gets a chance to answer that question. If they don't get the question right, then the other person has a chance at a steal. So let's jump right in.
Okay, I'm ready.
2003 Christmas-themed movie features Rick, aka Andrew Lincoln, from The Walking Dead.
I buzzed.
Yeah.
Hank.
Love Actually.
That is correct. That's a point for Hank.
One point for Hank.
Love Actually was inspired by Robert Altman and Quentin Tarantino. It's an ensemble movie that took everything good about the things that those filmmakers did and turned it into garbage. It really started that trend too of ensemble cast movies where they just get a bunch of famous people in so that you're bound to hit some demographic. Movies like New Year's Eve, I think Mother's Day was another one. And of course a movie that a lot of people do love this movie, but it's so saccharine, it's like eating 1,000,000 candy canes and your teeth all fall out. So really corny, really cheesy.
It's my sister's favorite Christmas
There you
movie.
go. It is a lot of
That's
people's
why.
favorite Christmas movie. I'm
Pretty
not making
cheesy.
friends here necessarily. I said I was going to be grinchy.
Okay.
I'm winning right now.
I know you're winning.
Okay, next question. This cultural legend aired only one time and was spread ever after by bootlegs and eventually the internet. Hank.
That Star Wars Christmas crap.
Well, exact title.
Tony's favorite Star Wars Christmas episode from the 80s.
I don't know. What do you think? Do we?
Yeah, that counts.
Okay, so it's called the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Star Wars Holiday Special.
Now, if you haven't seen the Star Wars Holiday Special, do take in this train wreck this holiday season. It's a bizarre cultural artifact. It only aired once, and Lucas hated it so much that he locked it in the vault and at one point said if he could, he would take a sledgehammer to every copy he would find and wipe it off the face of the earth. It was passed around by video cassettes in Hollywood for years, but now, of course, with the proliferation of the internet, you can find it online. So, so that's
Have you ever
2
seen
for
it?
Hank.
I've never seen it.
Of course I've seen
I've
it.
never seen it. Tony's told me, but I
I
haven't
saw
seen
it when it aired. There you go.
There you go.
Yes.
Life
Like
Day
anime.
with Chewbacca's family.
Yeah.
And it was also the first glimpse anybody got of Boba Fett. So there was an animated Boba Fett cartoon before Empire Strikes Back came.
And we parodied it in the very first Punch holiday special.
There you go.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Okay.
The 1998 movie where Michael Keaton stars as the title character, a man who dies in a car accident and comes back to life as a snowman.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen kind of longer hair in this one. Am I making that up?
I don't know.
Plays in a blues band, I remember.
I don't know. Jack Frost.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
There's a point for Jody.
Ooh.
Redemption.
I love Michael Keaton. He's had a great career resurgence lately with Batman, and he's been in Batman, Birdman, The Vulture, so lots of comic book hero movies. It took 4 screenwriters to come up with dialogue so horrendous that it could have single-handedly ushered in a new era of silent cinema. One of the lines from this movie is, one guy goes, "You the man," and the other guy goes, "No, you the man," and then he goes, "No, I'm the snowman." So Roger Ebert said about the movie, It's possible for the Jim Henson folks and Industrial Light and Magic to put their heads together and come up with the most repulsive single creature in the history of special effects, and I'm not forgetting the Chucky doll or the desert intestine from Star Wars. So, and I have seen that movie, and it is very terrible.
That was a Christmas
Jack
bird.
Frost. So, number 4. This 1964 movie centers on a plot by Martian rulers to kidnap Santa Claus so he may cheer up the sad little kids on the Red Planet.
I don't know.
I think we should guess. What do we
Give
think
it a
it would
guess.
be called?
Is it animated?
No.
Santa Claus and the Elves from Mars.
That sounds reasonable.
Am I close?
Yeah, well, reasonably. Not close enough for a point, we'll say, but it's Santa
that was
Claus
good.
Conquers the Martians. Now, this lump
That's
of
what I
coal
said.
is... It was very close.
That's exactly
This
the
lump of
same
coal
thing.
is a very fun watch. Like the holiday special from Star Wars, its ineptitude is as legendary as Saint Nick himself. Well known as actually one of the worst movies of all time, not just Christmas movies. So
I've never heard of it.
right up there with like Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Okay.
How incompetent is this picture? The opening credits lists a costume designer.
Wow.
So and John
want one of
Calls plays
those.
Santa, has a maniacal leer, and he's like constantly kind of groping the children. So a far cry from Edmund Gwynn in Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
Now the last question.
I gotta get this right or I
Dude,
lose.
it's 2-1 for
Okay.
Hank right now.
Yep.
So this Christmas movie gave us a peek at Jake Lloyd 3 years before he'd play the young Anakin Skywalker, or I call him Mannequin Skywalker.
Yep, keep going.
That's it. Christmas movie, Jake Lloyd.
Give us something else.
Get to the chopper! Hank.
Jingle all the way.
Correct. Movie
Jingle
about a
all the way.
neglectful father
Well done, sir.
tries to get his son a Turboman action
Jingle all
figure
the
on
way.
Christmas Eve
Right.
as a reminder that the true joys of the season aren't material possessions. Total turkey. They even tried to sell these Turboman dolls. Jim Belushi's in it. Sinbad's in it. Phil Hartman is in
Sinbad
it.
is in it.
And if I remember
Sinbad.
correctly, Arnie forgets to buy his wife a present at the end of the movie, which isn't necessarily addressed, so it's kind of a stupid movie. But Arnold Schwarzenegger and our first glimpse of Jake Lloyd. So that was 3 for Hank and 1 for Jody. Hank's the champion this year.
Well done, sir.
The reigning champion right now. I've never felt so proud.
Awesome. I feel like a winner though because I learned about a crappy movie that I never heard of
There you go.
before.
Santa
So
Claus
That
Conquers the
apparently we have to
Martians.
watch.
win-win.
Christmas.
Win-win. Yeah.
Watch it.
And now our own version of the Star Wars Hollywood special. It's Star Wars Action Figure Theater.
Yes.
I got a bad feeling about this, Chewie. Laugh it up, fuzzball. If that kid hasn't figured out he's human by now, he never will.
I'm a human?
Look, kid, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but your dad's a real piece of work. He lives here.
Really? That looks beautiful. I'm gonna find him. Santa? Oh, am I ever glad to run into you? Guess where I'm going? I'm on my way to go meet my dad. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna go shoot womp rats and drink blue milk and maybe even hold hands.
Son, your dad, well, he's on the naughty list. He's lost his way, but maybe he can find his way back with your help.
Okay. Thanks, Santa. Dad!
What's this? A Christmas gram? The Death Squad put you up to this? I'm busy, kid. Go ahead, get it over with. Sing your song.
A song? Okay. I came to see you on your really neat ship. It's awesome. Your helmet is so shiny. You're my dad and I'm your son. I can't wait to get to know you.
What the? Take him away! To work below!
Vader wants this kid to work with you down here.
Stand here and push these large square buttons until the Death Star fires. And when the ray goes by, turn your face away, like this. Protect your eyes. Probably loads of radiation, but don't worry, this poly-cotton uniform will protect you.
I can't wait to get started and make my dad proud.
Is that cotton-headed nitty really my son?
Yes, Luke is your son. I sense the force is strong with him.
Are you sure? I'm not getting that vibe.
Yes, turn him to the dark side by tomorrow night.
Tomorrow?
Yes, is that a problem?
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. The troopers invited me back to their potluck, but okay, tomorrow.
Good. You asked to see me, Dad?
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, I know, Dad.
You must learn the ways of the dark side. By tonight.
Luke the Jedi, what's your favorite color? Dad, what are these buttons for?
Don't touch those
Oh,
buttons.
it's so pretty. It's just like a Christmas tree.
Don't touch those
I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere. Santa, I failed. My dad is naughty. He will always be naughty. I couldn't help him find his way.
Don't give up, Luke. It may take a few episodes, but you'll get there. Merry Christmas!
Thanks, Santa! Damn it!
Punch TV is brought to you in part by Amazing Stories, providing Saskatoon with comics, games, toys, graphic novels, t-shirts, and more for over 22 years. Online at AmazingStoriesComics.com. In person on 8th Street in Saskatoon.
And wasn't that just the best comic? Pop and the Dollhouse. Man, I wish I knew where to find that online. At Hank and Kelso and at Shop Punch TV. So right now, I am here with two of the best interior decorating students ever. We have Selena, we have Tanis from the Academy of Learning Career College, Saskatoon campus. Did I get that right?
You did.
So our holiday episode, today we're all about the trees.
Yes.
We're thinking holiday trees, Christmas trees.
Decorating.
And I remember that my mom could not stand putting lights on a tree, so my dad and I always had to do it, and we're those people. So he would go and set up the tree, wrap the first light around it. I would stand about 4 feet back holding it like I'm water skiing, and then he would just spin the tree around. Well, the stuff would go up, so then there'd be so many at the bottom and 2 at the top, and we go, and then toss. Is there a better way? There must be a better way to put lights on a tree.
Definitely. If you want to, plug them in first and then take the bulb from the end of the string, pop it up at the top near the trunk, and then just work your way down. If you divide the tree up into triangle patterns, it's a lot easier. And then if you start at the top, work your way down in a zigzag pattern, for each triangular section of the tree, you should fill it very nicely.
So start at the top, not the bottom.
Yeah.
And zigzag,
Yeah.
not swirl.
Yeah, yes.
All these years, I've been doing it wrong. Been doing it wrong.
A little bit.
So with the lights on a tree, is there a certain amount of lights? Like how many lights should I be pumping on a tree?
Yeah. Typically, like if it's a 4.5 foot tree, you want to be around 400 lights. 6 to 8 foot, you're looking at 600 to 800 lights. So you're looking at about 100 lights per 1.5 foot per tree.
Is there a certain number that's too much? Like if I want like a Las Vegas tree, like can I put on like 1,500 lights?
Honestly, not really. It's your tree. Like, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. Yes, there is an overabundance if you're starting fires and things, but other than that, I don't think you have to worry.
Sweet. Now, what about decorations? If we think more of a tree in an office environment, because of course everybody at their house are slapping on the Scooby-Doo decorations and the Toronto Maple Leaf decorations and the Harry Potter decorations and the Punch TV decorations, but say in an office where you want it to look perfect, how would you put decorations on a tree?
I mean, you want to start with the number of decorations that you're going to put on a tree. So again, a 4.5 foot tree, you're looking at about 120 decorations. 6 to 8 foot tree, you're looking about 300. The larger the tree, I mean, the larger the decoration you can go. So 6 to 8 foot tree, you know, we typically recommend going 2.5 to 3.25 inch size bulbs, and anything small than that, you're going to be looking at about 1.5 to 2 inches.
Yeah, you put anything too big on there, it's just either going to tip over or look way too gaudy.
Yeah, and you would typically want to start arranging the decorations in kind of a triangular shape pattern, starting working kind of inside the tree and working your way out. That way you're kind of filling in all the little spots.
If you think about it, a tree is like a giant triangle, so why not just keep the theme, right?
Yeah.
So all these years I've been doing it wrong.
Probably.
It makes
Sounds
sense.
like you.
It makes sense now. That's true.
Yeah.
What about putting things on top of the tree? Is there any rules for that?
Yeah, you want to do the topper before the ornaments, otherwise you're going to risk knocking off all your pretty ornaments while you're trying to get the topper up there, and then you look dumber than you already did.
You want to make sure that you have about 1 foot to 1.5 foot clearance between the topper on the tree and the roof.
And I'm sure it goes without saying, but we're going to say it anyway. When you have crazy children, like I do, and pets, maybe, I'm guessing, I could be right here, that you want to limit the amount of breakable ornaments on the bottom of the tree. So we're using common sense here, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to use like your macaroni decorations the kids made, you know, the breakable stuff, you know, halfway up the tree, and then put their awesome stuff at the bottom that they can pull down, that's fine, but I do recommend starting a little higher with the nice, pretty ornaments.
Safety first.
Yeah.
What other tips do you have?
When you're done decorating the tree, or you think you're done, it's a good idea to leave the room for a few minutes, just kind of let your mind settle down. Come back into the room and take a second look at it. Your opinion will change, so you'll be able to see kind of where you missed spots in decorating, and you can, you know, kind of fill those in as you go along.
It helps to also cross your eyes or unfocus, and you will see those dark patches that you do need to fill in, whether it's with an ornament or a light. Another good tip is just refer to the box when in doubt. I mean, if you're really struggling and you're not a designer or decorator by any means, check that box out. It'll show you how to fluff the tree. It'll show you how to put lights on without it looking tacky. It might even give you some ornament ideas. It's a good way to go.
Those are all fantastic tips. Thank you for coming. For more interior decorating tips, I would recommend following at AOLC Saskatoon on all of the social media. And now, because we're all stressed out thinking about trees and how I've screwed everything up, I think it's time to drink with Craig.
Happy holidays! Here's to goodwill towards all men. Craig, show us how to make a drink.
Craig's gonna make me a drink. You make the best drinks.
I try.
So I think you should impart your knowledge to all our viewers out there and make something special for me.
Sure. Well, I wanted to quickly talk about the history of Christmas a little bit, in the sense that it started out as a bunch of different pagan holidays, things like the Yule log and the Yule fire and stuff. Like, you'll recognize parts of those pagan holidays in what we now recognize as Christmas traditions. The church came in and wanted to sort of roll over everybody with this Christmas thing, but they also realized that you couldn't just roll over everybody. You had to kind of like incorporate things they were already doing. So for thousands of years, Christmas was actually this like crazy drunken party. In fact, so much so that when people started coming to the United States, like in early pioneer years and whatnot, they banned Christmas in like a lot of places in like Boston and places like that. So of course, though, once immigration opened up a lot more, people started bringing like those Christmas traditions with them, and Christmas came back and as we know it. So I always thought it, that's I guess why Christmas and libations go hand in hand sometimes.
They do, and they make sometimes some of the gatherings more tolerable.
Totally. So what is your favorite Christmas drink? I mean, I know what it's about to be, but what is it right now?
I'd have to say like gin and tonic, which is not Christmassy at all, but that's
sprig
just...
of holly for a garnish.
There you go.
Christmas.
And it's artisan then.
Yeah, I tend to have a rum and eggnog, but I don't really like it that much, so I'll have one a year basically while I'm decorating the tree, and I could have made that for you today, but it would have been like rum, eggnog.
It's too thick, it's too sweet, and you can only have like one.
Yeah, so that's usually what I do is have one and then go, I don't want another one of these till next year.
Exactly.
But what I'm gonna make today for you is a chocolate peppermint stick.
Yum.
So I'm gonna kind of double the recipe here so that there's enough for two. You start with your shaker, and there's some ice in this here shaker here, so everything's nice and chilled, and the glasses have been chilled as well. We're gonna start with creme de cacao, which is a chocolate liqueur, and I'm gonna put in, for 2 drinks, I'm gonna put in 3 ounces of that.
Ooh, oh, it smells good.
Yeah, it does smell really good.
Nice chocolatey.
Now, a drink like this too probably depends on your, how much you like candy canes and peppermint and stuff like that, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I do for some reason like it with chocolate.
This is also really good, like layered with Baileys.
Right.
It's delightful.
And so then we're gonna put in, so that was 3 ounces of creme de cacao.
3.
And this will be 2 ounces of peppermint schnapps.
That's a good, tobogganing, have it in a flask in your pocket kind of drink, is the schnapps.
Yeah, I often have a flask of schnapps in my pocket. I don't toboggan, but...
Maybe you should start.
Maybe, if that is more of an excuse to carry a flask of schnapps around. And finally, cream to give it a little bit of, creaminess, I guess.
Smooth.
And so we're gonna do 2 parts cream too for this, or I should say 2 ounces of cream, which is, I guess, 1 part cream for...
I noticed you're using light cream.
Yeah, that was kind of just what they had at the store, but also I have to watch my girlish figure so I don't get too crazy with the cream. So then we'll put it in the shaker, the martini shaker.
Okay.
And shake it up with the ice. Give it a good shake. Ooh, yeah.
Nice. Ooh, these are pretty. Are these are for garnish, I'm assuming?
Those will garnish, yes. So
before or after?
Let's do it after.
Okay.
So pop the top off here without spilling it everywhere.
Okay.
You serve this drink in a martini glass, obviously.
It's stylish.
Man, and I love these martini shakers too. They're just so handy for mixing up a drink.
Makes you look so cosmopolitan.
Oh, I get that joke.
What?
There we go. So yeah, throw in the garnish there on the tip of the glass.
That's so pretty.
And you've got a chocolate peppermint situation going on there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you. This is going to be awesome. We are not sharing with you, so we will just drink this on our own, won't we?
Yes.
Exactly. All right. Merry Christmas.
Punch TV is brought to you in part by Amazing Stories, providing Saskatoon with comics, games, toys, graphic novels, t-shirts, and more for over 22 years. Online at AmazingStoriesComics.com, in person on 8th Street in Saskatoon.
You're watching the Punch Holiday Special.
All right, well, it is time for the annual Punch gift exchange. We have some really good stuff. Like, I gotta say that the present that I put together is like stellar, so whoever gets it is like a champ. So yeah, well, let's dole out some presents. Hank, you pick first. There's a pile there.
I've been staring at them. I've shaken all of them, and I think there's one that's blue over here. Craig, you have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do a lot of shaking as a child?
I did, and
gift shaking.
There was a lot of searching the house.
You're one of those.
Yeah, but because everybody here obviously knows how smart I am, right? So I go through the house and I'm searching for these gifts, and I find Pilot Wings for the Super Nintendo. And then I go, I don't have a Super Nintendo. that's weird. And so I put it back, and then Christmas morning, it's like, oh, look, I have a Super Nintendo. This is yep, winner.
That is awesome.
So nosy,
Winner.
but not very bright.
No, not very
Just like
bright.
Rudolph.
Am I supposed to open this now?
Yeah, I like
Wait
that.
until everybody has their gift? Oh.
Okay, did anybody else, were you like poke around in my closet?
Yeah, in fact, like I used to strategically, like very like CSI style, slowly open the Scotch tape to like see what G.I. Joe box or Star Wars box was in there. Though eventually, as I got a little bit older, like I stopped doing it completely because I realized I was sort of just ruining Christmas morning for myself.
And it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So.
I didn't have to do that because my sister was really awesome at doing that for us, and then she would wreck it. She's like, I know what you got for Christmas. I looked, and then she would tell us what it was. So what a bummer. Like, we were all like, oh, me and my brother were super disappointed, but always happy because my parents were quite generous. That was good.
That's good. Yeah, information is power.
Yeah,
never forget
exactly,
that. Yeah. No, I wasn't. I didn't look because I wanted to be surprised always. So.
I find that hard to believe.
I know, right? It really doesn't fit the character at all. But that, no, I never really looked. Yeah, no, I'm good. Okay, Craigie, pick a present.
Long, tall, and silver hair.
Woohoo! Nice, good
I like
choice.
it just how I like my men. Long, tall, and silver. Like Silver Surfer, I guess.
Okay.
Or silver-haired.
Silver Fox.
Sure.
Yeah,
Richard
there you go.
Gere.
Sure.
Okay, Tony, pick one out.
I like the Snoopy. Is that Snoopy? Charlie Brown? Yeah,
Okay,
Charlie
well
Brown
then,
Christmas.
Charlie Brown.
pass me whatever's left.
Oh, this is awesome. Charlie
Actually,
Brown
this
Christmas.
is wicked.
Cool.
Excellent. Okay, so rules of your house. In my house, we did not open any Christmas presents until Christmas Day. Lots of houses do stuff on like Christmas Eve, or you're allowed to open like one. Did you have a deal?
One gift, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Normally from my Aunt Cheryl, because the gifts that she would give would be, everybody enjoyed them.
Okay.
And we would all laugh because they were so much fun. So we'd always open those. And then we had to wait till Christmas morning to see what Santa brought. But Santa, I don't know what the deal is, because Santa, our gifts were never wrapped. They were always set up right under the tree. Go, oh, look what Santa brought. Other people were telling me Santa wrapped their gifts. Like even my wife, you go there, it's like, no, Santa always wrapped the presents. I'm like, oh, so we didn't take the time to wrap mine? Like, what's up with that?
Ours were wrapped, unless it was something like ridiculous, like snowshoes or something, which we did get one year. But
No, just there, tree, sitting there with our stocking. We used to have a couch, or we'd have a stocking laid on the couch. It'd be filled with oranges and candy, and then like stuff on the couch. Yeah, we'd get up early and run over. And man, I miss Christmas when I was a kid. That was
I know,
so
right?
much fun. Christmas as a kid was so much fun.
it's like Halloween. You dress up and you get all this free candy, and then when you're an adult, you just got to answer the door all night and you have to buy candy.
You gotta buy the candy.
Like the flip side is not there.
I can buy candy again.
Christmas is
What?
still good though. You still get presents. So.
Yeah, Christmas is good. Yeah,
It's good.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Speaking of presents,
I wanna
this is
know
killing me.
Yeah,
Can I-
get to it. Okay.
Are you
open.
going? You're going
No,
first.
part of the gift is that some of these sparkles that are on the outside of this bag will probably be with me forever. Because
Glitter
gonna be there
is the
forever.
Hermes of craft supplies. It's forever. Oh my god!
Oh my God! I have two. The brownstones.
Wow.
Now, on the back of the brownstones, I believe this would be the one that, I don't know if later we're going to zoom into this or not, but the best picture of Jody, I think there
They look really tough.
has ever been.
Okay, why do I not have that one? I just have the other one.
Really?
Why has
Are you
no one ever
serious?
given me that one? Do I have to pay
Oh
for
my
it?
God.
So what happened was I forgot to buy a gift, and then I scrounged around in the basement and found stuff. And
Yeah.
I obviously have two albums from the Brown Tones, Jody and I's
band,
musical
yeah.
project.
Band, yeah.
So I thought, actually, that's a pretty good gift.
I
You
still
look
have some
exactly
of the
the same.
beans.
I don't age. That's the thing.
Do you really?
This is
Yeah.
really freaking me out. What year is this? 2011.
Yeah.
You haven't aged today.
Nope.
No.
Okay, I want that. I
Jody's
don't have
hair's a
that.
little
Why don't
shorter,
I
though.
not have that?
For the Brown Tones, for Grit and Glory, we put out a promotional can of Brown Tones family beans.
Yes, which I still have.
So I think I still have some in my basement.
Would
I'll
some
dig
of
those
those
out.
beans, Tony, maybe be magic?
Aren't all beans
Some
magic?
magic beans?
Okay, on that note, last year I got the beans. I got magic beans, which I haven't planted yet. So, I mean, I did look at them, though, this morning, and I was like, I should plant these and see what happens.
I gave you the beans, and I thought they were the best gift ever because they were magic beans, and no one really.
I know, and you had to sell your cow and everything.
It flopped. It flopped for a
well,
gift.
I am going to open my present. Let's Let's see how
But we obviously don't
Is
know
this
if it
better
mattered
than
because Joey
beans?
didn't do anything with him.
Oh my god! Oh my god, it is better than beans.
Nice.
Is it?
It's so awesome.
It's
okay.
burgundy.
I looked at this in the store and I was like, I should get that. But then I have a problem with completion.
Yeah.
So if I get this, then I have to get all of them, and then the other ones were already gone and blah, blah, blah. But it was just like, I love Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd.
It's Paul Rudd. It's a Paul Rudd activator.
Christmas miracle. Okay.
With his mouth open, yelling. Yelling from Anchorman.
Yeah. Thank you, Santa.
Yeah,
Okay.
Santa's awesome. All right, I'm in.
Okay, I can't even see it. The lights are so. I see Will Ferrell. You're telling me that's Paul Rudd in there?
This is Paul Rudd.
Different guy in the box.
Oh, look at that.
The ink, yeah.
He's battle ready Brian.
Oh, love it.
It's awesome. Okay,
Yeah,
get to it.
I'm gonna go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. This is awesome. 32 days of chocolate. I like my Star
Little
Wars.
advent
I
calendar.
like my
It's 32
chocolate.
days.
And
32 days.
that means I gotta like jump ahead because I think is there 32
No, I think it goes through to New Year's.
There's 32 days in
'cause it goes to-
December.
yeah, so it's
right?
December.
And New Year's.
There's 32
Or is
days.
it now?
Okay, wait. There is 31
In George
days.
Lucas's universe, there's 32 days in
Anything
Plus
goes in
New
Star
Daylight
Wars.
savings. I
There
don't
you
know.
go. This is awesome, and I can cut out some badges. I think it is. That's awesome.
We'll get that.
I'm very happy. That's good. Thank you,
Okay.
Santa. That's
Countdown
really
to
cool.
Christmas.
Nice gift, good gift.
And it's only 10 calories per chocolate, which is
Okay.
up my aisle.
Okay.
Up my aisle.
Keeping you at
There
trim.
you go. Thank you.
I will say I did not get to open any presents on Christmas Eve. We were forced to wait till Christmas morning. But now I'm an adult and I have my own house, so Dad, you can't tell me what to do anymore.
Okay.
So I.
So do
You
you
get to
open
open
presents
stuff
on
on
Christmas
Christmas
Eve?
Yeah, well, once in a while we might. I mean, but probably not now.
Okay.
But you have
All
a
right.
choice now.
Yeah, I have the
Yeah.
choice. That's right. Just like in the Halloween thing, I can go just buy a box of candy.
Anytime.
I'm an adult now. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, cool.
Is that jerky?
It is homemade jerky.
You don't make friends, or you don't win friends with salad, it says.
Oh, jerky.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
So,
like jerky?
yeah.
I love jerky.
I like
It's a
to
great
craft, as you know, and I'm really into smoking right now. Not like smoking, but like
Just
the big
say
tin
no.
box that you put like meat and cheese in, and it's amazing. So yeah, I just like made a batch of jerky last weekend,
Nice.
and then I wood burned that ornament to go with it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
Because I don't just like go in my basement and find old crap that I don't want and put in a bag. I actually made an
Hey,
effort.
I spent a lot of time and labor crafting these albums.
Yeah, so did I.
Yes,
No, thank
so
you.
did- yes.
I know
I'm going to
exactly
display
how
these in
much
my
work
office
went
too.
into it.
I want to throw something out about Christmas that, okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I went to someone's house and it was unorganized gift opening. So it wasn't like I opened my gift like this,
Oh,
like how
no.
we did it.
Oh,
It was
no.
like people are like, okay, open your gifts. And everyone just opened their gifts. It was 3 minutes.
Chaos.
Chaos. Opening
That
chaos.
is not fun.
And I was like, how
You don't know where it came, who gave what to who.
I'd
and
have to
you're
say
like,
that it probably wrecked the relationship. I won't lie.
Yeah.
It was that opening chaos that
Yeah.
made me like think about my future.
For me, it's more about like it actually is the giving. Like I want to see the reaction of the person whose stuff like I gave to them, like, and I want to see everybody else react to like that gift too. So if everyone's just doing their own thing, it's kind of like anticlimactic. And then after you're just like, what is all this stuff?
I wasn't able to do that. I couldn't open my gifts. I was trying to watch people, and then afterwards they're like, what did you get? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't opened my gifts yet. So then I opened them, and people watched. I made them watch. But it was chaos. It was chaos.
And then you go,
It was like crazy.
and you follow it up with somebody with a black plastic bag going, you can't, it's messy in here, and you gotta, too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Had to be slow moving. Should take at least 5-6
much.
hours.
Okay.
And one more thing. Also, it really didn't wreck the relationship because there was no relationship.
I wasn't into it anyway.
As I found out later, I guess we weren't in a relationship. I was just.
You just showed up at her house Christmas morning just to open up gifts.
Just felt sorry for me. I think it's more than it was. Oh well.
Pity, the greatest Christmas gift.
Exactly.
All right. Well, so if you take away anything from our gift opening, just, take your time. There's lots of people out there who have nothing for Christmas. So be grateful for the things that you do get and enjoy your company and, just leisurely open all your presents and really enjoy everything and every part of the day.
Christmas is awesome.
Christmas is awesome.
Christmas is awesome.
All right. Here's a little bit of, what would 11 want for Christmas? Check it out. Well, that wraps up another holiday special. I can't believe a whole hour has gone by. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two that will make your holiday more enjoyable. Want to say a special thank you to Tanis and Selena for coming down and giving us some tips on how to decorate our trees properly. Of course, thanks to Craig for the hooch and for the lesson on that tasty beverage. And of course, the rest of the crew and cast for bringing all the holiday madness to you once again. If you want more madness, don't forget to set your timer. We want to enjoy the New Year's Eve with you, and we will be bringing you the festivities right here on Shaw at midnight. Tune in at 11:30, and we'll have some special guests and some fun, and we'll celebrate 2018. My goodness, can you believe it? It's right around the corner. So don't forget to mark your calendars right now and join us for that. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, and don't forget to keep your dukes up.
You're watching me talk with my throat. Throaty talk.
Oh, poor Luke. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Poor Luke. Perfect. Okay, I'm rolling.
And then Merry Christmas. Good. All right.
Merry Christmas on TV?
Yes, you can still say Merry Christmas on TV. All right.
It shows. Feel like your whole body is just like falling apart. Like one day you're just like, what the frick happened to my life?
You are the oldest here,
God.
so.
It's my fake smile. It's not a good look, I agree. It's a little discerning when you have a giant bruise the size of a head on your freaking belly button.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Lost saliva.
Next time on
TP.
the Tweepy.
Why do you smell your armpit? That's weird. Okay, remember this is, you know, the scene where this is the funniest scene where all that happens is they shoot the Death Star. They shoot the big, what do they call that thing?
big ray thing.
laser. The death ray, and there's two guys up against the wall. They're just standing there and they shield their hands, and this giant ray goes behind them. It's the dumbest thing ever. What are those guys doing?
Yeah,
Like, they're just
I don't
standing there.
remember that.
Yeah.